Ooh, hey friends, Ash here with Gents Scents, trying not to get tangled up in my microphone. Today it's time for one of those videos where we talk about attention-grabbing fragrances. Fragrances that will get you compliments more times than not. Well, I guess there is that caveat that getting compliments really depends on a lot of different things. Where you work, how many people you interact with, what you're wearing, whether you act friendly, whether you're around friends or people that you don't know. I mean, a lot of different things. But these fragrances are really good at getting positive attention. We got 5 different ones here, some for fall and winter, some for spring and summer, and I mean really a couple that you could use year round if you wanted to. Let's jump into this. Let's talk about these fragrances. This first fragrance is one that I wore to the office a bunch, and it did really, really well for me. Not a fragrance that you would immediately think of as an office scent, but it's actually surprisingly really good. It's this one, Pure Havane from MUGLER. This one is a honeyed pipe tobacco sort of fragrance. There's a lot of sweet notes in here. There's cacao, there's vanilla, there's honey, and there is that tobacco, along with patchouli, which really ties this in with the original ABERCROMBIE from MUGLER. As I mentioned, this one is a sweet fragrance, and a lot of times sweet men's fragrances do very well as far as pulling attention goes. This one absolutely does. As far as the MUGLER fragrances in the ABERCROMBIE line, this one is #1 for me. It's my favorite, and it is also the one that has done the best as far as garnering positive attention is concerned. Performance on this one is good as well, and it's a little tricky sometimes as far as finding this at discounters. Sometimes it's in stock and you can pick it up around 60, 65 bucks. Other times it's not in stock and then you're gonna have to pay closer to retail. The fragrance is fantastic. It's worth retail. If you can only find it at retail, I say still pick it up. One thing about this fragrance though, the bottle, it sucks. It's terrible. Now it definitely looks unique. When you see this bottle, you know right away, MUGLER, ABERCROMBIE, instantaneous. It's the atomizer. The atomizer on these is not good. It's right here, it's just built into the top of the bottle, but you have to really, really press it down hard and it'll do like a sputtering little mist, like, not good. One thing you can do to make that a little bit better is to cut around the indentation at the top. So you basically just get a knife and poke it in there and cut around it, this part right here, that part. So you cut around it like this, and then you can press it down much, much easier. Kind of a pain in the butt that you'd have to take a knife and stab your bottle to make it spray correctly, but hey, it's an option. This next fragrance is super versatile. It is a fragrance that you can wear just about anywhere and people are going to enjoy it. And this one, I like the bottle, and the atomizer, while not being great, is better than the last bottles at least. It's Coach for Men, and check it out. It comes with a tag, a leather tag. This is just flair. It doesn't do anything, but it's there. And this one, like I said, the atomizer, not fantastic. I guess I'll waste a spray for you. Yeah, not fantastic, but better than the last one. And this one, you can turn the atomizer to the side in case you don't want it to spray. This one has a lot of fruits in the opening. You got pear, kumquat, and bergamot. So this big fruity combination. It's gonna give you this very bright opening, uplifting, and really a kind of opening that's gonna draw people in and be a potential compliment puller. As it dries down, you've got ambergris, which in reality is ambroxan in this fragrance, along with suede. So it's gonna give you a nice, modern, masculine dry down. Some people are gonna bust on this one and say that it's generic, that it's not unique enough, that it has kind of a shower gel vibe to it. And yeah, that's actually pretty much exactly what this is, but it still smells really good and it does garner a lot of positive attention. And you can pick that one up from discounters for a heavy discount from retail, which is also great for guys that don't have a ton of money to blow, but want a fragrance that they can wear almost anywhere and get positive attention. Next one up is from ABERCROMBIE and FITCH, which is most well known for selling marked up clothes to teenagers in malls. But they also make fragrances, including this one, First Instinct Extreme. Now, ABERCROMBIE and Fitch is most well known for their fragrance Fierce, which is a fragrance that a number of different brands, both designer and niche brands, have looked at, kind of like this. What are you doing over there? And copied their homework a little bit. By that, I'm just saying a few other brands have taken a look at Fierce and how well it sold and went, hey, I'll have one of those. I'm looking at you, Mont Blanc. I'm looking at you, Parfums de Marly. This one's got musk, it has Sichuan pepper, it's got violet leaf, and in the opening, it has star fruit. So it's gonna give you a little bit of a different vibe in the opening because most men's fragrances, when they go for a fruity opening, go for things like grapefruit and bergamot most often. The First Instinct line of fragrances really is marketed more toward younger guys. So teenagers, guys in their 20s, that's who First Instinct is really made for. First Instinct Extreme though, is in my opinion, a little bit more versatile than the original First Instinct and also the flankers that came after this one. While this one does still retain the sweetness that you're going to find across the entire line, it is, in my opinion, a little more wearable for guys in their 30s and up than the other fragrances in the line. Surprisingly, this Abercrombie & Fitch fragrance is going to be more expensive than most of the other fragrances here from discounters. You might expect it to be less because it's a mall fragrance, but it's really not. At discounters, this is about $60 as of this video. But if you're looking for positive attention and versatility, absolutely check that one out. This next fragrance is one that I personally really love. This one is a little bit similar to C.H. Privé from Carolina Herrera, but in my opinion is an improvement over C.H. Privé. It is Roberto Cavalli Uomo La Notte. That's a nice looking bottle too. Really, really enjoy it. This line in general, the Cavalli Uomo line, very solid for the price you're gonna pay. This one is fantastic for fall and winter time. It's a great night out fragrance. It's a great date night fragrance. It's not the loudest scent in the world, but if you're on a date, you really don't want a fragrance that's super heavy as far as the projection goes. You don't want to be that guy that shows up to a date and when they're within, 10, 15 feet of their date, they get hit with a wall of fragrance. That's not good. Usually you actually want a fragrance when you're on a date that's more alluring, inviting, and enticing. Something that's gonna really want them to get closer to you. You want them to be drawn into you, not pushed back. And this one is perfect for that. This is a leather fragrance, but the leather is not animalic, it's not dirty. It's really nicely done, very sweet, and that's because of the cardamom that's mixed in with the leather here. You're also gonna get tonka, which helps with the sweetness. Tonka is used very often in men's fragrances to give it a nice, rich, deep sweetness. And then you also have bergamot in the opening, so that nice citrus to kind of lead you into the dry down. Big, big compliment puller. This one, like I said, gonna be more for cool weather and most specifically, nights out. And we'll go from one blue bottle to another. The last fragrance in this list is one that you can use year round. You can use this spring, summer, fall, or winter. You can use it during the day, you can use it at night. You can wear this casually, you can wear this on a date, you can wear this to the club, you can wear this to the office. This one is just basically like a multi-tool. It can do just about anything. It is Dylan Blue from Versace. This one has bergamot and grapefruit. So I mentioned those notes earlier, got both of them in here. There's also incense, so it's gonna give you this little touch of smokiness, not too much. That's gonna really aid in using this in cooler weather. So that little bit of smokiness, that's gonna help it cut through the cold. We've also got ambroxan in here, so that's gonna give you that sort of modern man dry down. It's in lots and lots of fragrances nowadays. And then you also have a little bit of patchouli, so that's going to help with the depth of the fragrance as it dries down. Dylan Blue does get hated on by some people that are fragrance aficionados because they think it's just kind of a boring fragrance, that it doesn't have a soul. But really, this is made for utility. It's made to be used. It's made to be worn, and it's really good at that. This one kind of slots right in, kind of in between all the other major blue fragrances out there. The Dior Sauvages, the Bleu de Chanel's, the Yves Saint Laurent Y's. This is Versace's version of those fragrances, and it works very well. It's more affordable than those fragrances, and it does everything pretty much just as well as those fragrances. So yeah, Versace Dylan Blue, positive attention, absolutely. So there you have it, guys. 5 different fragrances that have always done very well at garnering me positive attention. Some of these fragrances are maybe not the most unique fragrances on the market, but each one of these really was made to be used and used frequently, and they're really good at what they do. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.